Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on a sim. Again, this is not a trading room. This is an educational room, and we're not your financial advisor. Whatever you do on your side, it is totally at your own risk. We're not responsible for your risk. We only can recommend for you to stay on a sim as long as needed before you start taking a live trade anywhere. For the ones that just join us, we have the left upper corner, the market analyzer. As you see, we had a beautiful run. We just closed the position on ES and NASDAQ. The ES made 161 ticks based on one contract, 792 ticks based on the NASDAQ one contract. This is based on the last entry, not the whole day. Now the YM just took a new signal, and then we crossed the 1,000 ticks based on the last entry signal only. On the scalper, on the right upper corner, this is the scalper automated signal. On the scalper automated signal, we use the 15 seconds. Let me see if I have anything 15 seconds at the moment. I do. I have one here, and no, actually I have two. Here is the 15 second, and when the signal fires, you will get it. And on the market analyzer, based on one contract, is 16 ticks, 14 ticks, $90. On the auto trade, we are using two contracts, which it is 180. So on the scalper total, 799 ticks into the profit. The swing trading based on the 1 minute, it is a little over 1,200 ticks. On the right on the right corner here, it is in the TI7 for NinjaTrader 8, and we have the V8 also for NinjaTrader 8, and also we have some announcement. I cannot show it to you right now. I will show it to you tomorrow. We just added the buy-sell signal on the zone. And let me see if it's on this one here. No, it's not. I'll share another one for you. And today we were testing it, and we are very pleased with it. And we're gonna send it again also on Monday. And we did some tests on it, and I'm very pleased with the results. Thanks God, in and out, better results. Nice auto trades we've been coming out with, and very efficient, effective, and very advanced auto trade. So tomorrow I will show it to you here on a live YouTube, which we're gonna send it on Monday. All the buy sell signal. I'll try to see if I can open my other computer and send it to you here, but all those buy sell signal, we have added them on the zone automated trade, on the fib line automated trade, and has become very very powerful auto trade, the zone, because also the zone has two entries right now. It's taking the longs, and it's taking the short, and it's taking the buy and the sell entry, and all, like those, the shorts, long, and then is going. Now we just added long, short, buy, short, and it is become extremely powerful auto trade, and you don't need to do anything to it. It's just turn on. It's a very friendly use auto trade, and when we added this buy sell signal, it just went all the way up with the profit factors, and the profit factors are amazing on it. So I will try to share that with you maybe today or tomorrow. On the TI7, we have the DAX took the first trade and closed the first trade was 824. We just started the auto trade. You can see this is the first trade. It's been taken. The first trade was taken, close position at 824, and we still have three more to go, and we already using the trailing stop on the DAX. So we already have 824 plus almost 5,000, so that will be 5,800 something. So we will see how the outcome on the auto trade. On the ES, as you see also, this is the trade, and as we see, this is already broke even, which I have covered about broke even yesterday, and I like not to have the trailing stop very close to the market movement, and we already hit the 3,000 on that one here, and this is a really good, and most likely we will go ahead and examine the market and see how is the market, where we are in the market on the ES, so we can identify the market. As I told you, for the DAX, we only use two charts. We have a consistency. We don't need to use like some other companies. One day they use the DAX on a range, and another day on the ticks, another day on the Renko bar, because they don't have a consistency. It is the 5 minutes and the 2 minutes, because we have consistency. We don't need to one day use in a range, another day use a Renko, another day use a line break, another day 150 ticks, another day 200. That prove that auto traders don't have a consistency when they don't use the same time frame, and when they are jumping, that means they have a 20 different chart on the DAX. And if you notice what we have been using for the last 3 months, only those two charts on the DAX, the 2 minutes and the 5 minutes. That's it. No Renko bar, no line break, no ticket chart, nothing. Just a straightforward 2 minutes and a 5 minutes. That's the only two charts we have for the DAX, because there is a consistency, and not because, I mean, if you give this trader an auto trade, and you're giving him an option, range, Renko bar, line break, whatever that is, and so tomorrow what this trader is gonna use, not because it's given him so many options, because you don't have consistency on one time frame, and that's why you keep jumping from one day to another on a different time frame, and this is not bad. This is really not good for the traders. So for us, we only use the DAX 2 minutes or 5 minutes. If you go back to the videos for the last 3-4 months, that's the only thing we use on the DAX. For the Nasdaq, we just finished a closing position, closing target for the Nasdaq. This was very nice. Also, this is a statement when you are using 1 minute on the Nasdaq, which, if you notice here, not 99% of those auto trades, they don't work on 1 minute, and the reason that there is no consistency. I don't care if it makes 1,000 or it makes 100 or it makes $30. This is not the issue about the PNL. If the market is moving, the PNL will react to it, and when the market is not moving, the PNL is gonna react to it. It's as simple as that. It's not the PNL, it is the consistency. When you see a chart on 1 minute and is kicking butts in the market, because Ninja Trader chart is in minute, it's not in line break, it's not in Renko, It's not in any all those whatnots. You know, consistency, and then you see NinjaTrader is in minute. So when it works in the minute, works on anything. This is the new auto trade we released on Monday, the precision auto trade. I'm using the 10-second, which double fell if you put them on a 10-second, because 10-second is a very noisy chart, and it is you have to have a really precision entry. And as we see here, this is the first trade, and the first trade. Why we need the 10 ticks? Why we need the 10 ticks? Like on Mondays, really. On Monday, can you really swing trade on Monday? No, you cannot swing trade. Yesterday, we had a beautiful movement in the market. If you look at the video I sent out yesterday, but the trades that were small, you know, and this 10-second charts that were going from one target to the other. Because it's on 10 seconds, and the targets yesterday was extremely small trades. It was trending. It's not a question about trending, but the way it was trending yesterday, it was like couple of step forward, one step backward, couple of step forward, which caused you know, small trades. It's not like we catch big trades, you know, like one trade and like what we have today on the ES as an example, because the market trades today on a cruise control, and we don't have to think too much today. I love those days where the market is smooth out, it's taking one direction, and you don't have to do anything, just manage your trade. Also, the Nasdaq just closed position. This is the 2 minutes Nasdaq, and also the 2 minutes also smooth out, very nice, smooth. 1,400. This is the 2 minutes. It is nice and clean, very efficient. And the reason you see those small trades, because some of them are on a swing trading, but it's the same auto trade, and it is beautiful. Let me bring one of the charts also on the Nasdaq. I just took the trades on the Nasdaq. We'll cover that in a second, after we see how is the market running. And this one here is done, out of the way. Nice. Today is when the market is trending, it's like you just manage your auto trade nicely and smoothly. You don't have to worry about it. As you noticed, this ES was a very strong trend from early this morning, and if we notice, okay, on that round we made 387. We're gonna put it on the side for a second so we can compare the Nasdaq and the ES. And if we notice, away from the moving average, the farther the bar is, the stronger the trend is. And as we see, the market it was away from the moving averages, and the farther they are away, the stronger it is. But as we see here, this is what is beautiful about our system. You don't have to do any drawing or guessing, because we have a system after the system, another system, and another system. This is the entry we created, because this entry is not a repaint entry, folks. And 90% of those guys selling indicators, this is a repaint. Ours is not repaint. So this is the sell entry you're gonna have on Monday to enter short market here. And as we see, this market here fired the signal. Is that if you're still in a trade, And then you have at the bottom here, the trend exhaustion is turning around, because if you look, there is a line in between. When there is a line in between, that means the signal is valid. Plus we have a double resistance, and there is a sell signal is telling you to sell. If you are in a position, you can close position, or if you want to, but that means this market is indicating the market is finished. Even if this market is trying to go back from the re-entry point to this area here, once we hit the target 2, this is an institutional number, profit taken is going to drop to target 1. And that, I cannot say it never fell, because there is nothing called in the market never. But what I can tell you is 8 out of 10, once this market hit target 2, the party is over on the morning side. And now we have to go back to the afternoon session. There is target 1, target 2, target 3 institutional numbers, which most of those vendors, they don't even know they exist, because it's been working for over 25 years and has not been made for the public. And that's why they still work. The minute some people crack it or start understand what is behind it, when everybody starts using it, then it's no longer valid, and then will fail out like anything else out there will fail out. So right now, as we see on the ES situation, is we are about done with the trend to the long side. There is a good potential for a re-entry. Again, the system here drew everything for you. As you notice here, there is a yellow number here, 41.29.75. The system is calculating this is where you can re-enter the market long if you want to take a long, or if this market willing to drop to the re-entry point, you can take that trade if you wanted to do that manually. And then the double resistance is at the end of it. But once we see the sell signal fired, so when the signal fired, which we have made an auto trade out of it, is a fully automated, we added to the zone. And this way, the benefits about that also, if you get up at 9 o'clock or 9:30 and you are facing this situation here, you come into NinjaTrader very late, then there we go, we have a sell position, fire a sell position, and you are right on the market. And it is a beautiful place to reverse the market, and this is a sell position which we made full automated trade out of it. As we see here on the NASDAQ also is going it's coming to the re-entry point, and the system recalculate for you where is the re-entry point. Even if you are auto trading and you see those re-entry point, if you want to re-enter the market, you're very welcome to re-enter the market. And the re-entry point is, if you want to do that, you better do it on sim. You're not paying us to do anything for you, and we're not your financial advisor. So the 133.90.50, it is the re-entry point for the NASDAQ. And the second re-entry point, I mean, if you want to be really smart about it, if you want to take two contracts, you take one contract here and one contract at 133.69.75. If you got filled and the market turn around, that's fine. If the market drop farther down, you can get filled here, and then you average around 77 level, which is very good, and then you exit both of them. So now as we see, the DAX is finished, and it was one entry. We started at 9 o'clock, 3,756. So it is finished. And we still have the ES. And actually, I don't have open in position. I have one ES on 3 minutes, but the rest they're not. Here is your ES on 3 minutes, and it's the same auto trade. And as we see, all of them, the target is 1,000, and we already hit 1,175. We're already done, and the daily target is 1,000. We already covered it on 1,175, and there is 2 more out, so a plus 1,400. So this one here, if you want to, you're happy with it and you want to leave the house, you can push this button here. You have 1,100 plus 1,500. You can close the position and stay away from the trouble or the greed. The greed sometimes doesn't pay off. Or if you want to, you can see on this one, it's the same auto trade, but I want to show you this. On this one here, if you don't want to use a trailing stop loss, what I did on this one here is just a break even. You know, and I like that. I like that. For me, I like it. And even if I'm not looking at it, if there is a change in the trend, it's gonna close automatically. But on this one here is the same auto trade. I'm using a tight trailing stop. For me, it is very tight trailing stop. For you, maybe it's a wide trailing stop. But my idea, trailing stop should not be less than 20-25 ticks for me. Because the whole idea with the auto trade is not just going in and out of the market. My whole idea about auto trade, it is once we grab the trend, we need to stay with the trend to grab as much as we can out of it, so we don't have to go in and out of the trades constantly, because going in and out of the trades is not to your favor. No matter what system you are using, the odds are not to your favor. But when less trades, more efficient entries, is irrelevant if it is a $10 profit or $100 profit. We should not look at P&L. This is the last things we need to look at, the P&L, if we want to close Ninja Trader and go somewhere else. But do not, today it is, this P&L is making $100. Tomorrow could be $10. It doesn't matter as long as we don't go in red. This is the most important. It's not I need to double my money every day. You know, that's is not going to happen. Not here, nowhere else. If the market is trending, we're gonna have some nice smooth day. When the market is not trending, we need to stop trading, enjoy life a little bit, and we live another day to trade. You cannot just sit down and you want to double up your account every single day. This is not going to happen. Not here, nowhere else. And don't believe all those creepy people telling you those stories. So either direction on the ES, the trailing stop is 41.33, and if it's willing to hit the target, I'm happy with it. And if it's willing to go back on the trailing stop and stop out, I'm also happy with it. It's gonna be over 2,500, so we are done with that. So this is the difference. It's the same auto trade, but it is depends how you want to ride the auto trade. Like those here, they are automatic. When I took the short trade on the 1 minute, it was an automatic stop without a trailing stop and a stop loss, because it was about to change direction, and then when the market was taking a short and changing in direction and exited, and then now we are There is so many options you can do to make it really efficient for you. And as we see the market enter here, perfect entry 41.20, and we are climbing to the 41.52. Lovely, beautiful, easy. It cannot be easier than that. The only thing is we need to be understand how we can manage an auto trade. Okay, let's go back. As I said a few minutes ago, this was a pullback re-entry, and we told you that it was a re-entry here. Everything we say, it is recorded on that video. You can go back and confirm everything we say. And we are climbing to the target 3 probably, and profit taken, and it is over. Once we hit those targets, it's over. The ES, I am not expecting the ES. If you are auto trading or you are a manual trading, you gotta be careful. I'm not expecting from now. You mark my word on it. Now it's 10:20, and I'm not expecting the market to cross the 41.43 and the 41.40.75. I'm not expecting that market. I mean, I'm very rare make mistakes, and I always nail it 8 out of 10. And I'm telling you, my opinion, my own. I'm not your financial advisor, so I mean, my personal opinion, the ES is not gonna cross the 41.44. That's my personal opinion. Maybe there is some other smarter people out there, and good luck. But my personal opinion is not gonna go any further. So let's see what else we have. So right now on the market analyzer, we just crossed the 1400 ticks based on the last entry signal, and based on one contract. One of the most popular question: do I have to trade them all? No, you don't have to trade them all. You can pick up ES, Nasdaq, Dow Jones. Forget the rest. If you have a little more money, put the CL in there. If you have more money, put the Russell in there. If you have more money, put the 30-year Treasury bond in there. The 30-year Treasury bond is a very consistent market. You know, it doesn't go, sideways and all kind of stuff like an ES. I mean, the 30-year Treasury bond is a very consistent. And we will see. I wish I can open the new auto trade for you, but now I'm scared. If I do that, I might collapse all the charts in here. So tomorrow I will show you the new auto trade we are releasing on Monday. And I was very, very impressed. I was very impressed with the precision entry, and I'm more impressed with the oh, by the way, this is the precision entry on the 3 minutes. We've been showing the 10 seconds, because the 10 second, it was a testing time frame. But this is the precision entry, the new auto trade we released on Monday, and very impressive, and I like it a lot. Very impressive. auto trade, very consistent auto trade. I don't know if it's gonna make tomorrow banana or $100. This is the baby stuff. I'm not into those baby talk. It is a market. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. If I know what happened tomorrow, I will be multi-billionaire. I don't know what is gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know if the market gonna crash tomorrow or the market gonna go to 8,000. I don't know. But what I know, this is a very consistent auto trade, and the winning trades are much more than the losing trades, and that's what it counts. So this is the precision auto trade based on the 3 minutes. And also today, when we were doing the optimization for the buy-sell signal, it was a very impressive profit factor, and the percentage 75-80%. That I have not seen, but it is extremely good. And what I like about the buy-sell signal, which I will cover tomorrow here on the YouTube, because no matter what we say, no matter what we do, no matter how much we scream, no matter how much we attack amateur traders for their own safety, they have this tendency to have the auto trade 24/7. They still living in a fairy tale somewhere. I don't know. And what I like about the buy-sell signal on the auto trade it's not like the precision entry or the TI7 is just sitting and banging on the market 24/7. It's a lot of things involved in the background. It's calculating all the fibs, all the high time frame, very advanced trading. It's not just a stupid ATR, moving average above or below from the 80s. No, it is a very advanced signal. And what I like about it, it's not gonna be banging on this market left and right. And this is an idea for an auto trade to be left alone, running 24/7, because it might take an hour or two before it takes a signal, and it might take a 3 signal in 1 hour, depends on the market movement, and it does not require any filter. So tomorrow I want to cover that. And we have become the strongest company providing the latest technology within auto trades. The only thing is missing is people know how to drive it. But those last 15 years, the amount of money we have invested, we have, I think, invested more money than NinjaTrader platform itself. And if I have the time, I would have made my own platform. I don't have the time to babysit the platform, but we don't have time as we speak right now. And after we thought about it to make our own platform and give it free to everyone, and a totally different approach than the basic platforms. Totally different approach, very high technology. But we don't have. We have the power, we have the money to do that, but we don't have the time to do that. And but one day I'm gonna take my time and do it. I will take my time one day and do it and send it out to every trader. And then we can have the API on it, and then it can be connected to Interactive Broker, can be connected to NinjaTrader, can be connected to anything. So I wanted to have a platform. I'm not happy with any platform. So NinjaTrader is a wonderful platform. eSignal is extremely expensive. But this is not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about a new approach to the market with a different type of platform. And I love a challenge in the market. And maybe one day I'll do it. The same thing what I said one day, every time I was purchasing something, I said one day I'm going to make my own system. And I kept saying that for years. And until one time, I tried somebody's auto trade and I was laughing, what kind of auto trade he's selling to the retailers. I was laughing. I say, how anyone can buy that? And then this is where the full throttle came in also. I didn't want to ask my partners to have money every time a new idea come out and talk about it. So I went and, but one day I would love to make something different than, those charts. Every platform has a chart. Every platform has a time frame. They're all the same. I have a different idea how to approach to platform without charts, honestly, and yeah, I don't know. I better stay away before I get in trouble. Anyway, we are on a cruise. There is nothing to cover. We can look at what I have said. I have said we're not going to cross the 41.44, and I'm going to stay on that word. And this is my opinion. You can do anything. You can go 10 contracts a year. It's not my problem. But this market is no longer valid to the upper. Another things here, what we have in the system is not just the sell position. It's not the double resistance. It's not the institutional target. If you notice here, there is a 2 yellow line, and we have the same 2 yellow line in here. Once this market entered those 2 yellow lines, you are in a dead zone. You are finished. And then that's mean once this market enter those 2 yellow lines here, and it is not those baby toys, oversold, overbought, crap. No, this is not. It's based on many things and a high time frames and the previous highs and lows and all this. So this is not just a stupid indicator called oversold, overbought. I don't use those kind of indicators. I'm sure somebody else is selling and making a living out of crappy indicators. Anyway, but this is an area where it calculate your level. And once, this is a typical example, when you see those 2 yellow draw lines in there, and then this is 1 yellow line and this is 1 yellow line. So the ES has entered the market, and if we looked from the first time when the market entered this yellow line, it stayed in the yellow area, and then once those fib line plot inside those yellow line, this means the party is over. Elvis left the building. So what this market is telling us, we enter this dead zone right there. It's finished. Plus, we got the sell signal working independently than any other system. Plus, we have a double resistance. Plus, we have the institutional target. Target 2 is between 11 and 12. Once we hit target 2, the party is over in the morning. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you have in your platform. The party is over, because once we hit target 2, it's going to go to target 1. It's going to drive you crazy between target 1 and target 2. Despite what Autotrader you are using, despite, with all the respect, how many years experience you have, you're going to fail right there. So It is so obvious what this market is telling us is no surprising. We have a trend exhaustion. And I was amazed. I was amazed yesterday. I was taking on a YouTube. Some people are they are trying to analyze the cryptocurrency yesterday, and it caught my attention. So I was looking at those guys that are running the cryptocurrency on the YouTube, and I was just slamming my head to the wall. How those guys are look, you can tell them, and they have a huge volume on their channels, and you can tell immediately that guy has not been around. Because if you know the news, crypto got took a dive, and and um, and I have invested in it as well, So, but and then you can see those guys panicking yesterday, and they were dumping the cryptocurrency, and then what are the first things come to my mind when we were trading the big ES, even when the mini ES came in, we were in much harder situation than those guys when we had 10 ES in the market or 15 ES in the market, and the market took a dive, and we were in much worse cases. So what I was thinking is, emotionally or mentally, those guys are not prepared for a wild ride, and because most of those cryptocurrency people, they are they love the greed, the profit, but the first bumper on the road, they go all over and they collapse. And because they are not born traders, they have not been around trading. And one guy, he made me laugh. He said he's gonna go into that level with a stop loss, and I was laughing so hard. And here is the things is, let me show you something, guys. Let me and I was comparing the levels on the Bitcoin. Look how powerful we are. I was comparing this chart to Yahoo Finance. They fell. I was comparing it to Binance because they have some technical. They fell. And 20 different channels on the Bitcoin, and some of them they're good, some of them are nightmares. Doesn't matter. And they are pulling normal indicators, and they want to try to analyze the market with a normal indicator. Let me show you something here. Let me show you that a trader does not require MACDs and stupid ATR. And when I'm looking at the cryptocurrency, I'm looking at 240 precisely. And this is not the first time, but the signal, we had the signal short at the 52 level before it happened. And this is what happened when, let me show you something, how powerful we are. This is the high of the cryptocurrency when hit the news on 64,884.29. Here, I swear to you guys, I recognize it is a time for correction long time ago, 3 weeks ago, before it happened on the Bitcoin, and I sent the messages to all my private friends. And the market was having a problem with the 60 level. I tell you exactly where we are here. This here, when Coinbase or base Coin or Coinbase, I forgot, they went into the market and they went public. Exactly here. And this spike you see here, it was when Coinbase did go public. Right after Coinbase went public, our chart signaled short. Before it happened. Before it happened. And it came in exactly to the 60.99, pulling back, firing another one, and this is where we cashed in. Exactly right here at this level here, 60. We cashed in. Market order. The market took a dive. And then we had a long signal. And then it says here at the end. That means your alpha waves, your ABCs, is finished, is over. And when you see this sign, that means it is over. And it was closed. Nothing happened above that area here. Nothing. Until before it happened. We got another signal at 52 level, sell, short order. We were the only company predicted ahead of time more than any guy on a YouTube trying to teach those poor guys about trading crypto. Because once you are a trader, you can trade bananas, you can trade coffee, you can trade ES, and you can trade crypto. And here it is, right there, short, when we were at 52.636. This is those signals, the privilege with those signals, you only can have them or institutional people. Not a guy come in, I want to auto trade, I want to double my money every week. Not this guy, no. And when the people start selling off here for the last 3 days, 4 days, when it broke these levels, look where this market tipped. Just a second, guys. And then when the sell-off came in, and look where the sell-off ended on our line. There is no company, no Yahoo Finance. I looked on the news. I looked on CBS, ABC, all of them. To anyone can predict the 29, no one predicted. And they were asked those questions because this is a challenge for me. I'm not testing my system against a loser somewhere. I want to test it against the best. ABCs, Yahoo Finance, those I want to test it. No one predicted where's the bottom on the Bitcoin except us and our friends. And if you notice how the Bitcoin came into our fib line at 29911 and it kicked back. This is not an accident, folks. Let me show you something. We have the YM signal is running. Let me show you another, so you don't think it is luck. This is your ETH right there. Before the sell out, on the when it was, this is the all high time on it. It was 43.76. This is the highest point on the ETH, and then the market dropped. We were the first one predicting short order at 41.8339. We were the first one predicted before any news, television news, before any Yahoo Finance or all those whatnots, all those guys with the light bulbs, all the technicians. There is only one guy, I don't want to call the news which one, and he was the only one. He was using the fibs, and he was brought by, and he was supposed to be one of the specialists about the fibs, and he nailed it. He nailed it exactly what we have here. And we had this prediction short from 41.83. And then we have another short from 35.80. And look where is the all-time low on that panicking the last couple days. Look where the market landed on our fib. 186.675 to the take, not above one take, not below one take, to the take. And I was looking everywhere yesterday, from ABC, CBS, Yahoo Finance, all those amateur guys. They are using a crypto. They want to predict, and I tried to find anyone has predicted beside us, and it was no one. No one. And the short signal, we were the first one are predicting it, and on the cryptocurrency before any television news, there is 30, 40 channels for the crypto, and they are disaster, most of them, very amateur. And the way they're talking, because they were panicking, you can see they never had a wild ride. And during those years, you will have a cold stomach from ice. When you see the market is dumping, you don't dump your stocks, you buy stocks. You know, that's why I said before, when we trade the stocks, we don't, if you have 250,000, you don't use your 250,000 in the stock. There is an approach to the stock. You use 50,000 out of 250. That's how I did it anyway. Then the stocks, they are falling against us. What we do, we try to average the price. And then you will have 10 stock. They got stuck somewhere and they are not moving, and you cannot sell them. And then you need a fresh money. Then you draw down another 50,000 and you start dealing with it. And then once you get stuck with a few and you cannot move them around, you bring another 50,000. This is the way you need to trade the stocks. You don't look at one guy, God knows where he come from, telling me he can turn your 10,000 to, what is he, Houdini? How are you going to predict a stock is going to go 300% in 1 month? Okay, you hit it once, but does not mean you're going to hit it every day. So this is where, guys, my challenge, and I was very impressed, is not just how our system is, how much knowledge we know, how much how we, I don't know, but I can speak to myself, how comfortable I have become in the market. And it paid off when you can go to somebody else's territory and you are 10 steps ahead of them, and they don't even know it. You know, we had the early warning before they even knew. Yesterday, I was looking on every channel to someone tell me that 2911 is the magic number. No one. Not even the biggest television. They cover stocks and everything about the market. They didn't have the prediction. They brought the best of the best, and no one predicted the 29911 except us. No one predicted the short before it happened except us. You know, that is power. I don't care if you trade it or not. It's not about trading crypto. It's about power and knowledge. And I was so proud yesterday that our system is way ahead from the best of the best in the market. And the only thing missing is somebody know how to drive it. That's it. So guys, let's go back to our trading. This is on that trade with the precision, it was $700. It was a small one. And now we are on a trade with the ES on the precision is 750. So, oh, okay. And then the ES close position at 3,300. 3,700 are going above. This is where I have predicted the market is going to end. And if you go back to the video, this is where I have predicted. And I said, this is my personal opinion. This is the last bumper on the ES from now to 12 o'clock. And was my prediction 2 hours ago. So we're going to stay. I'm not going to run away and close the YouTube. I want to stay, and I want to see how much farther up is going to go the ES and what is my prediction. So we will stay here, and my prediction from now to 12 o'clock is not going to go any higher, but maybe it will. I don't know. So we're going to stay a little bit longer to see how far that ES might go above my prediction. I'm going to kill the microphone a little bit, get fresh up a little bit, and we'll be right back. Thank you. You know, to prove my point on the ES, this is where the level, let me show you. If you go back to this video today, we have predicted, let's say an hour, I don't want to say 2 hours. If we look at the ES, folks, the ES hit that level we have predicted at 10:46. Now it is 11 o'clock. That proved my point right there. From 10:46 to 11:01, that ES was not able to cross that area here. That proved my point that when you are auto trading and you know your levels, like this case here, and that's why I don't use trailing stop on this one. You can use trailing stop, but I'm not using. Why? It is overwhelming. The ES having a problem in here. Look at this. Close position. Close position. 4,700. How hard it is. It's finished. I might make 5,000. I might make 7,000. I might make 10,000. But I'm happy with 4,700. Because whatever is above that area, I'm not interested in. Technically, I'm not interested in. You know, and technical level, this is above my technical level. I'm not interested in it. So my target today was on the ES right here. And I nailed exactly where I have locked in my target. And it's finished. Perfect entry, perfect exit. And am I gonna go a bar or two noises in the market? And so if a guy don't know his levels, or a guy is brushing off what the market is telling him, when the market is telling you here from 10:46 until now, the market is telling you, hey buddy, wake up. I'm having a problem here. Houston, we have a problem here. And there we go. We have a guy. It's going to turn on the auto trade where this market is telling him, I'm having a problem here. And maybe your auto trade will take a long here. I don't know what auto trade you are using. How risky taking a trade in here long on any auto trade, any. I don't want to talk about our, I don't know how many we have right now, 15 auto trade, 14 auto trade, I don't know how many, but we have somewhere around there, 14, 15 auto trades. Any auto trade is taken along here is in trouble. And the way we close that trade, and for me, I like to use the auto trade to make it my own decision when I want to close. For me, I don't want to use a trailing stop. But you can use a trailing stop and a stop loss and all this, or you can put it on automatic, and then you can override it if you want to by closing or directing the auto trade. It's up to you what you want to do. Well, I mean, you know, but this is overwhelming. This market here is having a problem. And I think I have maximized the trade. And it might go 1 bar or 2 bars above. Maybe. I don't know. And it might not. So I don't want to, you know, always the cow think is greener on the other side. And I'm not that kind of guy. I'm a believer. So for me, I don't want this to be greener than what it is right now. I don't care if I miss 2 bars or 3 or 4 bars. Because if you're going to chase everything to the last, maybe it's not going to work for you. But I'm happy for the entry. It's irrelevant what is the PNL. It could be $47. It doesn't matter. It don't have to be 4,700. It could be $47 on a micro account. It's irrelevant the amount of money. Technically, when we came in today, I set my target today. The market is not going to go any higher than that. And I'm not interested in this market. Once it goes any higher than that, it might go 1 or 2 bars more. I care less. And it might not. And I have no clue. But what I know right now, I'm happy for what I have done on this one here. And I'm pleased. So now, before we know it, if this market, now it is 1106. Okay? And we've been on that level from 1045. We've been on the same level for 20 minutes. Is it really worth it to keep in position open more than 20 minutes? No. No, it's not. So all what I see here is bubble. The technical side is where I have said from 2 hours ago. And I am not interested in chasing a wild goose. And before we know it, because now we hit target 2, this is where we estimated. Before you know it, this ES is going to start sinking in right under our eye, tick by tick. And this is the worst puzzle in the market, in the future trading. Sometimes the market can go long right under our nose and we cannot catch it. And sometimes the market goes short and we cannot catch it right under our nose. And because the way the market moves, 1 bar plus minus, 1 bar plus minus, and then before you know it, the market's slipping from your hands. So to me, I am done. Technically, I'm done with this trade. And what I see above those numbers, they're not going to live long. And it's going to crash again. Going back to where is my crosshair here is 41.39. So what I want to do, I want to stay a few more seconds. I don't want to close the YouTube right now for that reason. And I'm going to cut off the microphone. And I'm going to follow you on what I have said. And we are going to see how far this ES is really going to go, you know. And I'm no longer interested above this number we close this auto trade with. And let's see really how good it is now above this technical levels. So we're going to stay a bit longer for this challenge here. And we're going to see if this ES really worth it to go above that level, you know. And we are here for it. Okay. While we are waiting, let's look something else. This is the YM. This is the precision auto trade 3 minutes. So just look, this is really funny. Entry here, and we were talking about an auto trade taking an entry here. If I was a normal trader and I'm sitting going live by myself, I don't have to talk to a million people, and I know here is my level, and this auto trade is taking a trade here, I will close it immediately. I will never let this auto trade go further with that. I will close it. I will push the button on it. It's not valid. For me, it's not valid. Actually, I'm gonna leave it for now because I I want to prove to you that even if that trade survived, the risk on that trade was very high. And oh, thank you, Toby. So the biggest fail, guys, when they are auto trading, they keep their eye on the P&L. They don't look at the market movement. They are distracted with the P&L. On that kind of trade, I will not allow it to take, honestly, and I'm gonna leave it right now for you to see it. But for me, I would have a closed position immediately, market order. In those cases, folks, you close the position from this button, and then what you do, you put short only here. You see that? And then, because this market right now, once this market goes above that, is extreme high risk, and it's not valid, actually, that trade. Even if the auto trade, there is a lot of guys come out at night after the fact, and they say, okay, the auto trade made this and this and this, but they have no clue what happened in the market. And they are trading blind. And when you are trading blind, your success is very rare. But this one here, on the 10-second, the auto trade took an early trade. An early and a broke even. This one here is safe trade, because it took it much earlier. It took it at 41.39. 41.39 is right here. It was valid. But once the auto trade crossed that border here, I have a trading stop here, so I'm okay with this trade, even if the auto trade went above the technical level. I can accept it because I have something to lean on. There is a trading stop, and I'm already into this position. The difference between that trade and that trade already took it above the technical level. And if we look at that trade, it's not going anywhere. It's going between 100, 150. And that is a bad news, because the longer you are in a trade with any kind of auto trade, and if it's not going forward, you should immediately close that trade and let the auto trade, whatever auto trade you are using, to take the next round. Because when you are taking a trade, and it's not going to your favor immediately, and it's taking longer, your chances start getting slimmer on that trade. So the difference between that entry and that entry is that entry was below the critical area here. That entry here, your risk is much greater. And if we look at the P&L, it's not going anywhere. Plus 50, minus 50, plus 100, minus 100. When you see an auto trade going around in a circle with the P&L, close position and take the second position. They might ignite, now this is the play, they might go another 1 point or 2 point, but it's irrelevant. Once we cross the technical area here, it is a high risk trade. And most likely that trade will not survive. And if it is survived, the wind is blowing right into our back, the luck. But this is a luck trade. It's not technical trade. It's not, this is an amateur trading, not professional trading on that entry here. That entry here, because of a 10-second, it's the same auto trade. did took that trade earlier, we have a trailing stop at 41.42. Perfect. Because if this market go below that number here, it's finished. It's going to come to this area right now, 41.40. So as we see now, this is really, really, I'm so glad those, now we can combine them with the ES. So to see how auto trading with an educational or experienced manner. So for a guy telling me how much you think if I have your auto trade, I will be making on that trade, banana. You're not making anything out of that trade. It's extreme high risk, and if even if you make money on that trade, it's luck. I don't believe in that trade. I believe in that trade. On that trade, I would have closed that position long time before it happened. When it was plus 50 or 75, I would have put it market order and close it. But I'm leaving it now for an education purpose only. And I still don't believe it's going to survive. Even if it did, it's by luck. We don't want a luck trade. What we need is technical winning trade, because this is where you build your consistency. So the market did go a couple bars above where we were expecting, and we closed that trade on the 1 minute with 4,700, and we are okay with that. So let's see if this trade is going to survive or not. Hmm. Okay, the market did go above my expectation today, and the DAX is above my expectation today. On the DAX chart, we hit the daily target 3,000 and a plus almost 10,000. That's 13,000 on the DAX. And this one here, 1,800 daily target plus 1,250. 3,000 above my expectation, which I would not take that trade, but it did, and I got lucky with it. And it's above the technical level, but it did. And even the NASDAQ did. And okay, for the market analyzer, we crossed 2,100 ticks into the profit based on the last entry signal. Total is 18,500 based on one contract. It's an amazing market today. Really trending above our expectation. And this is amazing. When the market want to give, the market want to give. If we look at the controller, the DAX, which this is the highest we have, is the DAX. We have ES trade 3,400, YM couple thousand, ES couple thousand, long, all of them long. It's just amazing, really amazing day. And we are about, even the 10-second is about to hit the last two targets. Surprising, always surprise us, the market. Always surprise us. But it is an amazing day. And took one more trade on the ES 10 seconds. And now this is the last trade on ES 10. There we go. We're done with the 10 seconds, which most of the auto trade fell on 10 seconds. And 2,162. Amazing numbers. When the market is generous, the market is generous. That's it. The DAX hit the 10,000 plus 3,000, that's 13,000. Nice run up. 3,450 above my expectation on the last trade on the ES. At the high risk level, I took the trade on the ES 3 minutes, and my limitation was right there on the 1 minute, around that level here. And it did go, surprised us a little bit further more with another 3,450. So the market surprised us with this move, and surprise us the market when we are going down, and it surprise us when it's going up sometimes. And it's not only surprising us when we lose a trade, also when you win a trade and you say how that can be done. And here it is, 3,450 more than what we were expecting. What really shocked me is the DAX. And the DAX, we have 9,000 out and we have 3,000 in. So that is around 12,000 on the DAX today. And that was surprising for me. And it really had a beautiful run. And that's surprising. And yeah, welcome to trading. Also, the Nasdaq 15-second from the signal on the market analyzer also surprised me with that trade. But it's about to be done. We still have one more contract. And yeah, you know, folks, we're still on the market analyzer, 2,200 into the profit, and everything is done. And I want to say thank you very much for today, and we will see you tomorrow